And welcome back to Music Free Gaming. I hope you're having a fabulous day. It is Tuesday. We're back on our regular schedule, and I'm going to be doing all the things in Minecraft, but also not the grammar, because why would I want to have actual proper grammar and stuff and things? Anyway, yes, it's good to be back. So, did a little test stream yesterday. That was fun. Got some stuff done and made sure that all of my systems are actually working now that I've cut over into the new computer and rebuilt my old one. And yeah, it's a thing. It works mostly, I think. So hey, we're back, and hey, I did some things off camera because that's a thing that I can do when I'm not working. Turns out. Hang on. So I moved some villagers in, and I need to glowy ink sack these signs and probably change the color and some things here too. But I've got villagers in now. These are the ones that were from my ancient city. I didn't do any sort of grinding on these ones. They already existed. I brought over some toolsmiths for, tools and armor. And I decided to go ahead and bring in a couple of random villagers. A Fletcher in case he needed a bow or arrows. I caved. I brought in a farmer for golden carrots and stuff. Also, apples. Yeah, you should be able to buy apples from this guy, assuming he picks up his crafting place or his workstation. And then also a cleric for redstone and stuff, because actually less redstone and more ender pearls seemed like a thing. But also I've also silenced all of them. I'm actually curious. Trigger villager work Dealy Bob here. He is he is still latched on to an old workstation. Is this guy dealing with the same problem? Nope, he's seeing the right one. This guy is not. I know where his workstation is though, so I can go break that. Okay. But the other thing I've got going on is up here. Way up here, I brought in a couple of 5-star chefs. They sell rabbit stew and chicken and pork chops. Yeah, all the good stuff. So if you need other food aside from the golden carrots, they're down on the first floor. We're good to go. All right. Oh, I should turn the game sounds on. Haha. But up here is where we're going to be working today. So today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to build an enchanting area, a small brewing setup, and hopefully make them so they're kind of pretty and things. So that'll be a thing that maybe we'll get done and will be cool and stuff. However, I don't have anything up here, so let's go get some things, because that'll be fun. All right, I need stuff and things. Actually, what I need is bookshelves. Should we do the bookshelves first, I guess, maybe? That's an idea. Okay, so I didn't bring any with me because I wasn't paying that close of attention. So do I have a... That'll work. Okay, I was harvesting some logs because I'm going to need them here in a little bit. All right, so let's meander over here. Nope. Also, nope. Ah, there we go. We need more money. These guys I have not... I never fed these guys to zombies, so they're expensive. Okay, I think that's pretty close. 14. I don't remember how many bookshelves you actually need, so we'll get a few more because why not? It's expensive, but that's okay. Oh, I also set up a little lava station here too. So I figured that it would be nice to have a little bit of a easy source for fuel for these furnaces. So I stuck some in here. This guy, oh, I need a bucket. I need a bucket. Actually, I've got buckets there, but I think one of these things has buckets in it. There it is. Okay. We're good. We're all good. So we can grab lava buckets here. All right. So yeah, easy peasy. If somebody needs to cook something, they can use one of these furnaces. And if they need fuel, I've got lava dripstone-y goodness happening here. So should be able to fill this up without any problems at all. And I can't actually see the lava's up there. I actually could power those. I'd have to go back behind and get... Okay, hang on. I have been easily distracted by shiny objects. Let's see if I can actually get back there and do something about this. I totally can, I think. All right. Hang on. Where's the lava? Okay, I think it's right. Whoa, that's not it. Okay, right there. Found it. Okay. This should work just fine. Right? Yes, perfect. Okay. So that was not quite as uneventful as it should have been, but that's okay. All right. Sweet. Now we've got the cool pattern there, which is great. So now that that's in place, I guess, I mean, if nothing else, it looks cooler and it matches the rest of the rest of those things, which is fine. All right, so I have bookshelves. I have, oh, do I have stuff to make an enchanting table? An enchanting table. That I do not have diamonds. I have a book. Well, that was dumb. All right, let's go see if I have diamonds. I grabbed the obsidian. I grabbed the books. I didn't try to grab diamonds because obviously I've totally spaced that that was a thing that had to happen. But that's okay. Gonna be just peachy. So let's go ahead and duck in here. See if I left diamonds in my base here. Maybe I did. Okay. There's a distinct possibility that I did. Okay. Is it a strong possibility? Probably not, but anyway. Hey, Snoopers. What's new? A few things. Let me see if I have diamonds, and then I'll get back and I'll show you all the fun stuff we just did. I don't have diamonds here. Well, cheese monkeys. It means we're gonna have to head back to the city. Or head back to the Badlands. That's fine. I just need diamonds for an enchanting room. Anyway. Yeah, so am I poor? No, it's just my money is in another castle. Just like the princess, but harder and sparklier. Honestly, my diamonds are like Twilight vampires. They're hard and they sparkle. And they don't give any sort of emotional, anything. You totally relate. That's fair. All right. So let's head back to the Badlands for a minute. Also, I don't think I need glass, so might be okay. So, hopefully things are going well with you. As I fly dramatically through the red sky. Nothing below me but bedrock and death. Or, you know, nether portals, which kind of the same thing, really, I suppose, but... Alright. There we are. Ooh, that was smooth. Okay, let's go get the diamonds. Now, I moved my diamonds and a few other things to the base here. I can't remember why. I had reasons. I don't remember what the reasons are, but I'm pretty sure I had them. Things are good. Way too busy. I get that. All right. Grab a couple of diamonds. Okay. Well, nope. Those are going to have to go back there. All right. Oh. Yeah, I can't say my days have been busy. I have the week off from work, so I actually spent half the day just reading, which was fun. I haven't done that in a while. Since I got everything working here, I mean, I still have some stuff I have to do, but it's pretty minor. But it'll be good. Mostly it's just a little bit of cleanup. Oh, but it is nice. I haven't taken time off for a while. This is a problem. I keep forgetting to use up my leave, you know? What am I reading? Okay. Hey Edge, how's it going? Welcome in over on YouTube and all that fun stuff. So what am I reading? I'm actually reading the Twilight series right now. I'm on the last book. It's not fabulous. I mean, I don't think anyone ever claimed the Twilight Saga was great literature, but every once in a while, it's just something I just kind of feel like it. So that's kind of where I'm at. My take on the Twilight Saga is out of the 4 books, there's probably 1.5 or maybe 2 books worth of good story. And then the rest of it is just kind of there. Or worse. Okay, so now I should be able to make... There we go. 1 enchanting table. Perfect. So yeah, it's not ideal. Oh, I should... Let's just go ahead and make up the brewing stand. I'm going to need that, but we're going to do that probably next. Hey, let's click the right blocks here. You read the first book, and you couldn't stand the protagonist. Yeah. There's, was it Cobblestone? Might be Cobblestone. I'll kind of go with you there. They're not the greatest characters ever. Okay. But they're, no, they're not the greatest characters ever. I've certainly read worse. But on the other hand, every once in a while, I mean, you ever have like if you've ever had really good Mexican and then sometimes you just want trash Mexican, so you go to Taco Bell. It's the same idea. You know, I just kind of wanted, just kind of the thing. Oh, it's fun in a way because the setting is very local. Okay, that's fair. Been to Forks many times. Gotcha. All right, so where do I want to set this thing up? So we've got a staircase here. And we've got ourselves a nice attic. Now, these are This is part of the chimney. So I can't change these blocks. Could do something else though. Also, I'm not entirely sure where I want everything to be in the first place. I mean, is that unusual? Not really. Actually, I'm kind of curious. Really need to read Patrick Rothfuss. Okay. I don't mind a slow read from time to time. If it's characters I like, I can make that happen. Also, I need to keep an eye out just in case there happen to be cold chickens that show up on this hill. Name of the wind. Okay. Okay. I can throw that on the list. Let's grab some spruce. Yeah, I do like a good book. Do I want... well, we'll leave that. I'm not sure what I want this room to look like. Part of me, I can't get over the idea that, hey, maybe I should make something that's just utilitarian and go with that, or, you know... with all the down feathers, how could it be cold? Yeah, yeah. No, they're fine. And they're emo chickens, so they have their emo rage to keep them warm anyway. But I need a couple of chickens. Oh yeah, this is... Sprite put this together. So that's really cute. Got a nice snowman here. Can you toss eggs and make cold chickens? You can toss cold chicken eggs and get cold chickens. Also, I'm going to run back downstairs because, well, I showed it just a minute ago. You weren't here. No. I got villagers moved into the area down here. Turns out I only needed 6 librarians of the ones I had, so. Yeah, carpets would probably work. Some, I don't think I have white wool with me, but that would totally work. But yeah, I brought some librarians in and set up a little lava farm so we've got fuel for the furnaces here. Yeah, nice, really simple for, just, you know, stuff. Yeah, so this is the thing. I was I was home from work this morning and I had to do things. I couldn't stop myself. And then I stopped myself because it's like, wait a minute. This is the problem with being a content creator, right? It's like, but this is content. I could be creating and sharing with the... But mostly I was just moving villagers, so that was not the most exciting thing in the world. Put on, I think it was Pearlescent Moon was streaming this morning, and I watched her streams while I did stuff. Okay, so let's see. So I'm going to be doing 2 things here. We're going to have a potion brewer, and we're going to have an enchanter. So how? I mean, we could set up the enchanter over here. 5, right? I don't know that I want to block this though. Oh, hang on. I have the wrong axe. Ack, cheese monkeys. Bong, bong, bong. That's the reminder that I didn't put my phone in do not disturb mode. Because I am silly. Where is my do not disturb button? It's here somewhere. Okay, really? Why can I not find it? Did it update and now I can't find things? Screen record, airplane mode. No, no. Wish you could disarm witches like you do raiders. Oh, yes. That could be interesting. Okay. There. Just hit the do not disturb from that button. Okay, cool. Right. Good enough. Yeah, a witch could be interesting. Okay, hang on. Let's get the emotional support axe out so that I can silk touch these. Because I don't totally want to block off the view of that. There are... Find a nice witch that tosses health potions. I've actually heard of people doing that. It's, there are ways to get them to do it. It's just weird. Or maybe it was throwing harming potions at zombies, something like that. I think it was Tango. He'd built a zombie reinforcement farm. That's not where that's going to go. What if... What if... What are we doing today? I don't know. Okay, if I bring this up this way, put the enchanter maybe. What do we say about doing something that's weird? Can I do weird? I don't know, but maybe. Ah, that's the wrong axe! This is why I use the emotional support axe. Alright, see? Weird. This sad axe out of my inventory. Bookshelves, please. Thank you. We'll put this one away for now. That way we won't make that mistake again. Alright. It's okay. We got it. We got it. Okay. So. I know I opened that ender chest and then didn't actually put anything in it, but no, something weird. What if we do something along these lines? What if I were to put some shelves here? And all right, how about some brightness? What would be a good color that would be ridiculously bright? I've got all the flavors of wool. I may have to go back to the ancient city to pick some up, but I do have some with me. I've got some green, and I've got some pink, and I have yellow. Okay, Snoopers has changed the stream to yellow, so I guess we're gonna go with yellow. All right. Yellow it is. Okay. Let's come up here with some yellow. Caramel yellow. It is a happy color. All right. Now I am going to change out some of this. The enchanter is going to go there. Right. Let's do this. Let's pull out some frog lights. Okay, frog lights. Here we go. All right, and what I'm going to do is let's... oh, yeah, they did change it, too, so that carpet doesn't block the enchanting signal anymore, which is really cool. All right, so... On the other hand, the frog lights are also really fun, so maybe that's okay. Let's go ahead and bring We'll bring this way. This is going to get walled off, I think. So I would need to bring in bookshelves kind of like so, right? If I want to enchant something, right, we're only up to 14. Okay. So, okay, so that's 20. Do the back bookshelves count? I forgot if the ones in those corners count. I always put them in, but I can never remember if they actually mean something. Ah, yes, they do. Sweet. And I don't think that does. Yeah, I think that's too high. I think it has to be on the same level. I mean, I could still put the bookshelves there, but... That's an idea. We'll come back to that in a minute. All right, so... All right, so we up to 30? Yes, we are up to 30. We could put Smite 4 on this book. Ha-ha! Yes, yes, that's totally a thing. Okay. So, let's see now. We've got ourselves some happy books. And then they give us dirty looks. And so we enchant them with the smite. And to all our enemies, we bid good night. Okay, it's not Halloween anymore, but that seemed fitting somehow. All right, so let's see. I need a little bit. We need some more fun going on here. So I could let's just go ahead and bring this happy little room out this way a little bit. And let's get... I want to put something here. Something that might be kind of fun. Now, I can't take out this floor because that's the ceiling of the room below. What would be... Oh, actually, you know what would be kind of cool? What if instead of carpet, we used yellow shulker boxes? I was about to say yeller shulker boxes, and that's just... I'm not that person. I'm not the type of person that says yeller, because that's just silliness. All right, shulker boxes we've got. Dye, I don't think we have. So let's go get some yellow dye. I think this is going to be really cool. It's going to take a little bit of finesse, but no, I think this is going to be slick. You know what would be really fun with that yellow too? Would be some, and they don't have them, but like amethyst slabs would be really cool. Sadly, you cannot slab your amethyst, which is sad. I mean, I think sometimes you just need to get on with all the slabby goodness, but we can't, and it's sad. Oh, it's over here. This is really empty now. So I've moved out most of the villagers, or at least a lot of the ones that I was using. Anyway, yellow. Do I have some? I do. Perfect. Awesome. You saw a chicken posing as a villager. Well, you know, that happens too. But yeah, it's really empty over there. But he's okay. He's fine. Maybe it was actually a villager. Well, there was... I did have still a couple of villagers over there. Just saw like... Well, you know... kind of sensitive about their little chicken legs, okay? Honestly, they skipped leg day all growing up. You know, they dedicated their all of their time to learning the mystic arts. And they just skipped leg day. And now they just have chicken legs, okay? And that's why they always wear baggy pants to hide their chicken legs, okay? Even when they go to the beach, they don't wear a swimsuit. They wear, you know, baggy pants and stuff because, you know, they're sensitive about their chicken legs. And I say you should just own them and get them all tanned so they get all nice and crispy. And maybe if you use the right sunscreen, they would smell delicious and everybody would want your chicken eggs or legs or, yeah, maybe this is going the wrong way. Maybe that went too far. Anyway, you have a coworker that has chicken legs. Yes, wears shorts all year round. That's fair. That is fair. All right. I'm eating pork chops instead of golden carrots because I accidentally bought a whole bunch and then ran out of carrots. So, oh, shulker boxes. Jeez, monkeys. I forgot to get the shulker boxes. Anyway, cool story. Yes. Say we do the improv because he's fun. All right, so let's grab some shulker boxes. Yeah, you see how the storage is going to sort of shape up here. I was just placing some stuff. You're in a mood today. That's fair. I too have been in a mood. But it's not one I can talk about on stream. Or I don't... Maybe somebody slipped something into my sugar-free creamy coconut Dr. Pepper. I don't know. All right, so what we're going to do, let's take out... I'm going to take out this wool in particular. That's probably a default mood. That might be fair. All right. So let's go ahead and cut out some planks here so I can see what I'm doing. I am going to need to place some blocks down to target. Okay. And I need to make some dye. All right, let's dye some shulker boxes. 2, 3, and 4. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to come down here. Okay, that's wool. That's silly. Yeah, oh, you get what I'm doing. Yeah, it's going to be really cool. Because the bottom of shulker boxes have a really fun texture to them. And as soon as I get these in, we'll... that's not where that goes. Fortunately, I have an emotional support axe to help me through this time of troubles. They have nice bottoms. Yes, this is things you can say about your shulker box, but not about the people at work. Okay, anyway, so... But yeah, see, they've got swirlies. Always great for an emotional support axe. Exactly, Edge, exactly. Let's see, we've got the fun little swirlies going on here. And I think this is going to be great for the box. Now, because they're blocked, you can't open them, so you don't have to worry about accidental clickage. Okay. And it's not like we are lacking in shulker boxes. We could add lots of shulker boxes here. I wonder. Let's... Like I said, they did change the rules for enchanting tables. So that you can put carpet now in between an enchanter. Okay, you can't put a carpet in between an enchanter. I thought they changed that. I guess I was wrong. I was totally wrong. Never mind. We're just gonna leave the frog lights right like that. It's great. Oh, speaking of changing things, I posted it in the maybe it's for Bedrock, maybe I was just imagining it and there was something else. Like, or maybe it was like a torch. Like if I put a torch down, a torch, I guess it does change it. Huh. Weird. All right. All right. I thought it changed a while ago. I haven't messed with these in that way for some time. But I did see, and I posted in the Minecraft updates channel in the Discord, Minecraft is changing their version numbering starting next year. So right now we are on Minecraft 1.21.10, I think it is, on the server. I don't have it in my F3 menu right now. But starting next year, Minecraft versions are going to be versioned based off the year. So it's going to be version 26.1 will be the first drop of next year. And the second drop will be 26.2. So for Java edition. Bedrock edition, their numbering is going to be different. But for Java, that's how they're going to be versioning the drops. So yeah, so we'll whatever the next drop will be 26.1 and then 26.2. And there might be patch releases, so it'll be 26.1.2 perhaps, if there's a bug fix, a hot fix release. Which will be easier to see, hey, what version are we actually on? So it'll be kind of cool. Okay, stream joke. Did you hear about the guy who invented lifesavers? They say he made a mint. Yeah, it's a cherry of a joke right there. Oh. Actually, you know what might be fun here? It'll be hard because of the light. I was thinking snow layers might be fun. It's going to be a little bright. And it might melt the snow. And that's not good. All right, hang on. Do I want to... Let's go ahead and widen this out. I think... Let's go ahead and just swap out all of this wool. It's not like I'm lacking in shulker boxes. Do snow layers melt? Yes. Yes, they do. If it's above a certain light level, I think so. All right, let's find out. I've got a bunch downstairs. So let's take a look. No, I think I did take it downstairs. I have shulker boxes everywhere. Okay. One of these things has snow in it. It's gonna be so wonderful. All right, snow layers. Yeah, I thought they melted, but maybe it's only the natural ones, and not the placed ones. You might be right about that, Snoopers. He's very excited. Oh, when I was back in the city, I forgot to break a thing. Okay. Yeah, so... Yeah, see how those all just melted? Yeah, see, I'd like to do this. But if the snow melts it, that's 6, 3. Yeah, see, the light is melting all the snow layers. All right. Well, that would have been really cool, though. That would have been really cool to have that sort of... All right. All right, so we've got some, I don't know that I like this. The problem with putting this up here is now it just looks like it's up here, which is fine, but I really need a way of getting up to this level that actually looks cool. I mean, I could always go get something like quartz or pale oak and do slabs or something like that, but well, well, I know not what I do. Okay, so let's see. If I were to do something. Also, I kind of want to put... Yeah, shulkers in the floor to boost up. Yeah, that'll do it. We'll just pull some out of the farm. It'll be fine. No one will notice. Yeah. Actually, this is really cool. I like being able to just look out here and see the farm and all the good stuff. See the snow globe. I think it'll be cool, especially once I get copper golems running around here. That'll be kind of slick. But, all right. Let's go. Well, I've got a couple more shulkers. Let's dye them and see if maybe, I don't know, maybe we can do something else here. I can go make some more shulkers, but let's test. Yeah, normal winter village. No, the normal winter village is it's a snow globe. Right? It's a snow globe. Look at how peaceful it is. The snow is falling. You know, the giant snowman is here. The shulkers are doing their thing. You know, it'll be fine. You know, it's very peaceful. All right, so let's go ahead. Pop this stuff in place. Yes. And let's see if I can get some more shulkers to show me their bottoms. Today, on your family-friendly streamer has a dirty mind. Shulker bottoms. Those are not the right things. Yeah, it is. It actually really is a nice area. I agree. There we go. Top back up and take a look. Okay. Yeah, I think I just need to spread this out just a little bit. We'll get one more, and then I think what I can do then is get a layer of stuff, and I need to block this off in some way so that doesn't look quite as silly. All right, hang on. I must remove my sweater. See, I love building in a spruce biome, or like this is a snowy slopes biome, but I like building in the snowy winter biomes like this. But especially the ones that are all forested and stuff. It's just, I don't know, it's fun. I'm having a blast out there in the Badlands, but it's a change from my preferred place to build, which is stuff like this. Okay. Mr. Rogers sweater, yes. Have you ever heard the song? It was one of the earliest meme songs I remember hearing on the internet back in the day. The song was The Ultimate Showdown of Ultimate Destiny. And, yeah, it was a thing. Actually, I think I only need 7. This should be fine. Let's get some shulker boxes, shulker shells. We've got a few. I AFK'd here for 20 minutes or so, half an hour when I went to get lunch. Ended up with 12 more stacks of shells. because, you know, why not? You did not experience that. Oh, it was an experience. Okay, that should do it. Yeah, it's still out there on the internet somewhere. It's probably on YouTube. Yes, the ultimate showdown of Ultimate Destiny. It was... Let's just say it is legally defined as a song. But mentioning Mr. Rogers brought that back to mind for weird reasons. So the shulkers, no, it is a mod. So I have this the shulker labels mod, the shulker box labels, and there's an option to show them as flat rendered instead of 3D rendered. And I like it. It's a little bit easier to see, you know, if you put a label on it, see what it is when it's in your Ender chest or in your inventory, stuff like that. Yeah, so it's handy for this type of thing. Okay. So we'll put that in there. This actually, I'm not going to use it here, but this is actually a really cool idea for lights because shulker boxes are transparent to light. If you had a shulker box, say like this, where it's even with the floor or even with the ceiling, right? Like that, shine a light through it. It looks like a light panel or something like that. Yes, I managed to successfully place a shulker box and not wool. I know it's, and then I misplaced it and put the wool in, and then, you know, I have talents. Placing the correct boxes is not one of them. So, you know, we got that going for me. Okay. I want to put something here. I don't know what. Maybe some brick. All right, you know what? I just need to go bring shulker boxes upstairs. I'm spending way too much time running up and down to the basement. Yeah, my talent is placing the incorrect block in places. Yeah, and placing the correct block in incorrect places. Basically, I am full of incorrectness. Political or otherwise. And, all right, let's grab some, oh, yeah, this one. Grab some brick. And let's grab some, yeah, might as well bring this one. I don't think we're going to use sandstone. You know, I'll bring this one with me too. It's probably not necessary, but it does have cherry wood. Speaking of cherry wood, did you ever see the Care Bears movie? When I was a youngin', we watched the Care Bears movie quite a bit actually, because my sisters liked it. But to be honest, I liked it too. The Care Bears movie went a lot harder than any kids show ever had any. Yeah. Apparently there are many things you missed. Yeah. The Care Bears movie, to be fair, the Care Bears movie existed to sell Care Bears toys. Okay. Actually, more than that, because it generated a whole new, all the Care Bears cousins. So now they had lions and tigers and bears. Oh my. But that movie went so hard. It was really dark. It was surprisingly dark for a movie meant for younger kids. It was I like that, actually. It was really crazy. You know what we're going to need up here is... we're going to need a grindstone. Also, I need to do something here to hide this mess. I wonder, would it actually make sense? Because, yeah, it had this whole story of this kid who, he ended up getting corrupted, seduced, I don't know, sort of taken over by the power of this evil magic book thing. And yeah, it got really dark. It's one of those movies that it was like the Care Bears movie, and there was Rainbow Bright and the Star Stealer. Yes, these are movies made by Mattel or whoever to make to sell to all the toys, right? To all the kids everywhere, because you know, just that's how you sold kids toys. I mean, He-Man, they had a line of toys, they made a cartoon to go with it. Same with Transformers, right? But holy moly, it was intense. Okay. I like this floor. Oh, right. I was crafting a thing. Okay. Also, I have like crazy amounts of sticks because, as I said, I was harvesting spruce logs, and turns out they drop sticks. Okay. Okay, so let's see now. What if we were to do something along these lines? Let's put this here. Okay, that looks really silly, so we're gonna give it a friend. Yeah, it's gonna go like that. Okay. We're good so far. Now, what I need is something else. Of course, my inventory is now full of stupid shulker boxes. Decorative shulkers are great, but they don't stack. Okay. All right, so what I want to do, let's see. I don't think I have iron bars in this box, which is fine. Let's craft up some nuggets. I want to make some chains. Wow. Look at all the chain I made. Okay, let's try this again. Kind of nice seeing a frog face. Or kind of, you're right. It does look a little bit like a frog face. Hello, Magic the Frog here. Yeah, that. Why I make frog face? All right, no, we're gonna change it. Maybe we won't have frog face when I'm done, or maybe it will just be really hardcore because I'm gonna add some chains to it. Let's see. All right, so what I think I want to do is we're gonna run some chains this way. And I'm gonna run some chains down like so. Ooh, actually, I mean, and assuming I didn't accidentally break things, where did I put the books? Did I put the books away? I'm not blind, right? I'm just not. Are there copper chains? Yes. Yes, there are. And yeah, the iron chains are not. They're too dark. Okay. Copper chains are a thing. I'm going to have to go back and get some copper, but yeah. Yeah. Now the question is, would they look better just bright orange, or should we let them oxidize a bit? Which is always an interesting question. Yeah. Well, see, the problem was with those regular chains is they were really dark, so you lose them in the books. Right, because you come in here with these chains, right? Oops. Well, those are pointing the wrong way. Hi. Right. And they just sort of blend in kind of too much. There isn't enough contrast with the books behind them. I mean, I like the idea here, right? Oops, come on. In fact, I think I have an idea that's going to make this even cooler. It's going to involve a little bit of extra work, but we'll get to that in a minute. But let's go get some copper. In fact, I might even have some copper chains. This is a twisty stair, not unlike my children's hair. Okay, the song just stops there. Sorry. All right. Righto. Oh, hi. We're going this way. Thanks. All right. Yeah, the copper isn't quite cutting it, but I have an idea. I think with the copper chains or maybe copper bars, one or the other. But I think the chains, I think they're going to be a better option. The problem is that the bookshelves are really noisy. Right? There's a lot of stuff going on with all of those books. And it makes it really hard to put something in front of them and have it be distinct and not just disappear into the book noise. So, yeah. Oh, Edge, if you're still out there, this area I'm working on is at spawn. It's sort of going to be a community storage and just general community goodness. So feel free to stop by, and if you want to build a house, building, or whatever in the Winter Village, you are welcome to do so. Just because it'd be cool. All right, so let's go get some copper. Yeah. Yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah, it's because I wanted to build something to decorate around the snow globe, and I got the idea that, hey, you know, this would be a really cool place for a winter village and sort of a nice community area. So, okay. Oh, look, I have one copper chain, so we'll grab that. If only I had a shulker box to put stuff in. Been working on release steps for your exercise app. Oh, nice. I want to bring some copper bars. I don't think I'm going to use them, but we'll bring some anyway. And, all right, we'll need the copper there. Okay, the other thing I'm going to need if we're going to do copper stuff is some other dealy bobs. And by other dealy bobs, I mean honeycomb. Because we're gonna wax. In fact, let's grab a couple of stacks. And let's grab, since we're here, a couple of stacks of string. Oh yeah, my string overfloweth. Like, literally, I had to box it up in shulkers because I had way too much string. Okay. Yeah, cheese monkeys. Yeah, running around in Minecraft absolutely should count. It should totally count as exercise. I have not, like, I've got the week off, and it's great, but I never walk, right? Because usually I walk to work, right? And that gives me some exercise and I listen to podcasts. I still have sitting in my podcast queue, I think it's the 4th episode of Once We Were Spacemen, podcast with Nathan Fillion and Alan Tudyk that I haven't listened to yet because I usually listen to podcasts while I'm out walking, and I have not done that, and now I'm sad. And I need to listen to it. That one looked like it was going to be good, and I just have not listened to that episode. I might take a walk out to the library. I've been meaning to update my library card at the local library. You just finished it this morning? Awesome. Yes, I need to get that. But I need to head to the library, update my library card so I can log into their digital library app. I have one set up through the university I work at, but I'd like to see if the other library has a different selection of books. Because all the books I want, I'm like, I've got holds on 4 books or something, and it's like 18,000 weeks that they're on hold. So it's like, all right, let me go see if the other library has books I want to read. That's partly why I picked up Twilight again, just because I wanted something mindless. Okay, we're going to spawn. Woohoo! Okay. Yeah, that's been a fun podcast. I always like hearing the behind the scenes stuff on, for movies and things like that. Another podcast I've really enjoyed listening to is the Tuned In podcast by with Jim Cummings. Jim Cummings, he has been the voice of Woody the Pooh and Tigger for about 40-something years. Okay, he also voiced Darkwing Duck and Hondo Ohnaka in Star Wars, the Clone Wars. He was the singing voice of Scar in The Lion King during the song Be Prepared, because there was just some parts of that song that Jeremy Irons could not do. You know, it's just all sorts of good stuff. So, but he ends up talking to people who are voice actors, or sometimes just people who are in the voice industry, which is just really cool, really fun. And I love hearing that behind the scenes stuff. Okay, so let's try this with the copper. Yes. The copper. That copper looks so much better. Okay, I'm going to whip out the emotional support axe for a minute. Because what I want to do is I want to move these shelves up. And we're going to... Okay, that's going to have to change. I have not waxed the copper yet. I will do that here momentarily, because I brought my waxes with me. Okay. Hello, wax. All right. And so now let's go ahead and grab a couple of these shulker boxes after I cut a hole in the ceiling so I know where to put them. Okay, there and there. Sweet shulker box. Bow, bow, bow. Oh, you know you're going there. Okay, that was really stupid, but... Okay, is there any of you have that singer? It's like, they're like totally outside your normal wheelhouse of music, but you just love them anyway? Neil Diamond is one of those for me. Typically, my general choice in music tends to be, EDM, dance pop, stuff like that. Sometimes, Latin dance. I like high energy dance type stuff. Neil Diamond is not that. But man, I love his music. Okay. All right, so that's... I'm liking what this is doing. I think what I want to do... Let's see, do I have anything interesting? Not really. I needed to do something around here. Now, what I could do, did I bring a stone box with me? Kind of, sort of. You like a wide variety of music? Yeah. Actually, it's funny. My wife is the musician in the family. Or one of the musicians in the family, right? I mean, admittedly, I was too, but she majored in music performance in college, okay? Her taste in music tend to run towards musicals, classical stuff, show tunes, things like that. And I like all of that stuff too. But, oh yeah, I could have just crafted a stone cutter up there. What are you doing? But my taste in music vary wildly from, because I love, typically I listen to EDM dance stuff, right? K-pop, things like that. So I have a stone box here. But I love romantic era music like Shostakovich and Tchaikovsky and Stravinsky, right? Bunch of good Russian composers, you know. Movie scores, you know, with John Williams and things like that, right? You know, I kind of feel like I need a little bit of something else. But anyway, okay, I know I could have just crafted that, but, you know, it's okay. Let's go ahead and pop this down like so. Maybe something along... That was a mistake, but let's keep it for a minute. You know, I also like some good jazz. Oh, man, I had an album that's of all Louis Armstrong. Oh, that is so good. Man, he was amazing. Trumpet is not my favorite instrument in the world. It's something totally different when Louis Armstrong starts playing. Yeah. Yeah, Tchaikovsky he's got some good stuff. Rimsky-Korsakov, another awesome romantic era composer. Oh, the romantic era composers are something else, man. Actually, you know what? Let's actually, maybe do I want to do chiseled bookshelves here? That might be interesting. Let's chisel some bookshelves. What do I need to do? I think I need slabs. Okay. Bookshelves, chiseled. Oh, it's slabs and chunky bits. Okay. Hello, where are my chunky bits? Gotcha. Chunky bits away. Okay, let's grab some chiseled bookshelves here. But yeah, check. Yeah, I think that's gonna be cool. We'll get some books in there. Actually, what might be good too. Let's grab some of the regular bookshelves, and let's just tuck one of those in here too. We'll just sort of mix and match. I think this is gonna be good. Seasons June is your jam. Okay. See, I like Scheherazade from Rimsky-Korsakov. Shostakovich had a I think it was like a jazz symphony, which you hear all the time because it's often used as like sort of like a scary type tune because it just has sort of those vibes, but it's really, really cool. Okay. Yeah, so we're gonna do the same type of thing. Right, what was I doing? Stuff here. But man, there's some great music out there. Is that how I did that? No, that is not how I did that. Cool. And then, of course, I grew up in the 80s, so a lot of that music has stuck with me. Because, you know, I'm an 80s kid. Alright, so yeah, I'll just duplicate it here. Well, we can get some more books to fill that in, but... Okay, that's not bad. I would be really slick if I could do... bookshelf slabs. Oh, actually, this would be interesting. Hang on. let's just take a look at something here. If I were to put some bookshelves there, maybe not there, but we'll just stick them there for a minute. Oh yeah, there are my brick slabs. Ooh. I kind of like that. I guess I could put some carpet or something over the top here because I'm not totally down with the oak. But I like this idea. All right, let's go buy some bookshelves. But yeah, there is so much good stuff out there. Yeah, plus some empties. Yes. Put some. Yeah, we'll put some chiseled bookshelves in. I might still put a few. Okay, those are shulker shells. I might even put a few. Now, the one problem I have, one of many, is that I never cured these villagers, so they're really expensive. For stories that you write, that's fair. All right. So these guys, somewhere here, their bookshelves are somewhat expensive. Okay. So we're gonna need more. We're gonna need space. Do I have an empty shulker box? I do. Cool. Yeah. It would help if I didn't have my inventory just full of stuff. Like, I don't need a water bucket. What the heck? Hey, Nolan. How's it going? Welcome, welcome. Hopefully you're having a fabulous day over on the YouTube side of the house. Okay. That should be close enough, and then we'll fill in the rest with the chiseled, the chisely bits. All right, back up we go because, yeah. Okay, because I'm building in the attic, and my storage is apparently all over the place. It's all good. All right, so yeah, let's go ahead and take some bookshelves, and we'll just scatter the shelves, and okay, and now we need to chisel our bits. Actually, you know, I have a box right here. If I put it down, this will also help solve some of my inventory problems. You think? All right. Let's chisel books. All right. All right, so I think, so what am I building? I am building an enchanting station. I think what I need to do, though, I think this is actually going to have to be, we're going to have to put the regular bookshelves on the corners. Yes. What do I build? I do not know. Nobody knows, not even me, what is being built. It's totally confusing. Today we bring out Surprise Russian to tell us that we do not know what is being built. But I think I like it, whatever it is. Okay. Yeah, we'll bring the brick around the outside. I think this adds some fun texture here. And do I have... Okay, there we go. 2 more brick slabs? I mean... Oh, sorry, you panicked. Okay. No, we got it. We're good. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. I don't know that I like this, but I kind of want a little bit of something that way. Yeah, I don't like the way this blends here. So here's where my mind is not working, but also I'm not totally down with what's happening. The ceiling is coming up here, right? This could be supports that go all the way across. Yes, that's true. You like them? Okay. See, sometimes I just need people who have a different view of things. Maybe the problem is that they don't go up far enough. Because I don't trust myself, okay? Can I give you a tour of the world? That would be a little tough, Nolan, because it's sort of huge. Or at least the parts I'm working on are. And I'm nowhere near them. But the area I'm working on here is we're building a little bit of a winter village. I've got my shulker farm here. I wrapped it in a glass bubble, so I now have a snow globe. Spawn is over that way. And now we're starting to build out some it's a nice little winter village. One of the other members of the server, Sprite, built a big snowman here. I'll be building out some more things here. There are a couple of other people they may add to this. But yeah, I've been playing in the world for a while, so it's a touch older. Okay. So if I do it this way. So where are we at here? That's 3 across from over here. 1, 2, 3. See, I can do this way. I still don't hit my head, so that's cool. Okay. So we could do that. And then this guy, how far away is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This comes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Man, this guy is so accidentally cool. Sure, I just put it right in the middle, cause okay. Ooh, all right, we'll go with it. That's fair. I'm gonna need some more stairs if I'm gonna pull this action off. All right, so I need to get the stuff in the middle, but that's going to involve being taller. And that's a problem I have right now. All right, so we may do other things there, but for now, let's go ahead and just go ahead and continue our happy little dealy bob here. Okay, and this little support thing on this side. Now, I'm not going all the way down. 1, 2, 3. Because I don't know what's going to happen down at the bottom yet, so well. Oh, actually, what I should do, let's just do this. Yeah, yeah, this will work. Let's just put these little sort of support things down this way, just like we've got here. We'll do that. And then I can work around that as part of the build, especially when I come around and get the enchanting setup in place. Or not the enchanting, but the potion brewer. Yeah, also that no longer needs to be here. We are lit, as the kids say. It still kind of looks like a frog. But now it looks like a happy frog. It's like got the arms up. Yeah, we are totally happy frogging our way through this build. And if you can't happy frog your way through a build, I don't know what you're doing. You know, I think More people should happy frog their ways through builds. Okay. All right, so we'll just pop this up here like that. You know what I'm thinking maybe would be cool? Be some copper lanterns hanging down from those. That would be cool because they're green. And obviously green is a superior color to colors that are not as cool as green. So, you know, something. Yeah, it looks a little bit funky, especially with the arch for the roof there, but that's okay. So let's see. Do I happen to have... Oh, okay. And now we're green. Yeah, let's go ahead and just do all of that. And now we make copper torches. Okay, what do I need to make? Copper lanterns? Copper is not spelled with an M, it turns out. Copper lantern. It's a copper torch. Well, geez. Okay. All right, so we'll make some of those and copper lanterns. Awesome. Well, that was not nearly as much as I was hoping, but okay. All right, so if we copper lantern, in fact, I could, since I have these very handy copper chains, let's just... Is that good, or should I raise them up one? Like, if I were to do it, like, from here. Let's do this. Is it better higher or lower? Or does it matter? I don't... I'm kind of liking lower, but I could totally see doing it lower on the outside ones. Okay. I could see that. Okay. That chain is just in the wrong place. Hi. There's a time and place for chains. That is not it. Okay, so we chain up there. We pop that down. The nice thing about the copper bolt or the copper lanterns is they're the same brightness as a regular lantern. So they've got all of the brightness. Okay. All right. And do we want these to oxidize? I think I want to leave them. I think I want to leave the lanterns bright. I want to let the chains oxidize just a little bit. Okay, so let's go and wax our lantern. Which might be against TOS on some services and words and things, but we're fine. Everything's great. Yeah, I think I want to let... maybe we'll leave that one. We'll let that one stay the same. The lanterns do not dim if they oxidize. They just turn more and more green, which is really cool. I think I've got a few of those back in the Badlands at that base. Okay, but we'll let this oxidize. I want a little bit of oxidation, I think, on at least one of these chains to give it a little bit of... variation. Okay, so that's unfortunately is going to take 1,000 years, so we'll let that happen. All right, so this is kind of a cool little enchanting area. There's no storage for anything, but that's fine. There's some empty slots for books and stuff, but that's fine. Yeah, this will be cool, especially if I were to go grab a couple of books and just fill in a couple of these. I think that'll be really nice just to just sort of do the things. Yeah, all these shulkers and no storage. Yeah, these are useless shulkers. Okay? Like the goggles, they do nothing. They're here just because they're swirly, and that's enough for me. Okay. So we have an enchanting setup. Awesome. The next thing that's going to go up here is a brewing area. And I think I want to move these shulkers. Okay, so let's go ahead and just slide them over here. I also know that I did not pick up one of those. There we go. All right, now let's move these guys. Okay. So the cool thing is we now have the grindstones to disenchant, but they're decorative, so they're not just sticking up and being, you know, there. All right. What to do with the brewing setup? Now, I think that I'm not going to do any sort of automated brewer, or at least nothing that is highly automated, okay? Like, I'm not going to build my big brewing station here. Okay. It would be too big anyway. I mean, it could fit across the room, but it would be huge. So, I don't want to do that. But I think if I were to take over this section right here, okay, just like this, where it's sort of maybe up here with our accidental frog, we can do another platform here, perhaps. So the question is then, what do I want it to do? And while I said I don't want a fully automated system, I think what I might do is set one up where there's a brewing stand and a hopper going into it. So you could queue up all the stuff for a full potion and just do the one. Which was behind glass? Yeah. Yeah, that would be fine. Of course. All right. Are we lucky enough to have a witch? We've got creepers. We have skeletons. Yeah, very Christmassy. We wish you a Merry Chris Witch. We miss you a Merry Chris Witch. We wish you a Merry Chris Witch. And a potion New Year. Of course, getting the witch up here would be a special breed of fun, but, you know. And doing it in such a way that she doesn't kill my villagers here, that would be fun too. You'll find one maybe sometime. Ah, I saw a zombie outside. But the zombie doesn't know how to open doors, so he's just going to sit there forever. Because I put this door in backwards, and he doesn't know how to deal with it. Yeah, villagers and witches. I know how to get a witch over here. You know how we get a witch over here? We bring a villager and set it next to a lightning rod. Which, I don't have a lightning rod over here anyway. We should probably do something about that. But, you know, fire spread is off, but, yeah, I don't want to deal with a raid, though. I mean, or that, yeah, you know. Same thing. This guy doesn't know what he's doing. He's just going to sit there and face plant those trapdoors. But yeah, villagers are easy to move. So all we have to do is put it in a minecart, trap it in a nice place with a lightning rod, let it get struck by lightning, and then we could truck that happy little witch anywhere we want it. So that would be cool. All right. All right, so we'll have to think about where it's going to go, but that would definitely be a thing. So, up on the roof. Yeah. Yeah, we'd have to... Boy, getting a villager up there would be a pain. Just getting those ones up onto the second floor was a little bit annoying because I had to build I built a temporary bubble column to get them up there. Honestly, the I mean, we've got the end portal, so getting them from the ancient city won't be a problem. It's just getting them up here. But yeah, we can figure out something. But I do like the idea of doing something with the witch. But that's going to be... Let's think about having a space for one. Actually, you know what we could do? We could put a villager up here. Again, getting it up here would be a little bit of a pain. And just open up the roof with a lightning rod. And wait for the thunderstorm to turn it into a witch. And then we just have to be around to name tag it so it doesn't despawn. Of course, if it's in a boat or a minecart, it won't despawn anyway, but it's an idea. That could be a thing. All right, so let's talk about don't even need the roof open. I might. I don't know enough about the lightning mechanics to be sure. But if it's open, that's not going to be that big a deal. Okay, so now let's set up what's going to go here. So what would be good what if we were to do another shulker floor? Okay, but instead of it being yellow, we could make it lime green. Lime green would be good. I mean, we could stick with boring shulker purple, but lime green would be good. Okay, I don't have any green dye with me. So let's head back to the Badlands. So somebody was asking about oops, not that door. Somebody was asking about a server tour earlier. All right, well, let's go take a look at my base. You like lime? Nice. We put the lime in the coconut and shake them both up. The lime in the coconut. Get some sea pickles. Well, I've got plenty of green dye. And I've got plenty of white dye, so we'll just mix and match. I think I'll stop by the ancient city and because I don't remember if I have green dye because I've used a lot of it. So we'll duck down here real quick and just grab some cactus. Hey, chair. Also, yeah, cheap pickle. Yeah. Sometimes cheap pickles are really good on a hamburger. Anyways, how you doing, chair? Having a good day? All right, so yeah, so let's just slide our way right back in here. Thank you very much. Grab ourselves a cactus or a stack of cactus. Heck, I'll bring the bone meal with me too. Why not? All right. I like a good dill pickle. There. You think you might be hungry? Yeah. That's fair. That is very fair. All right. Now I'm just bringing the cactus with me just in case. I mean, I could smelt it up in the... Yeah, well, I could smelt it up in the furnace over there, but... This is fine. I don't think I'll need to, but we shall see. All right. Back through the portal with you. Yeah, so for those of you who are new to the channel, that ancient city was where I started this world. And I started renovating it and was getting a little burnt out on it, so I took a break, played Create Mod for a while, and then started a new base out in the Badlands. It's a gold farm. And it was really fun. The base is definitely not done yet. It needs a good detail pass on the outside of the base, but... And we're pink. All right. All right. Yeah, so we'll take a look, see if I have some green dye. With my luck, I probably have like 18 tons of it, but have we gotten snow yet? Not really. I assume you're meaning in real life. We had a little bit of a dusting. We had stupid cold, but that's typical for us in December. But I think we're supposed to be getting some snow later this week, so. All right. So this is my current base. Oops. Pulled the wrong cord. This is a... You don't have snow in winter? You got about 8 inches. Nice. Oh, jeez. Okay. Yes, we have plenty of green dye. Whatever will... Oh, I even have some lime dye. Cool. Well, that'll make it even easier. Lime dye. Okay. You don't get snow where you live either. Okay. You have mountains. See, I live in a high mountain desert. Sort of an alpine desert. And so we don't get snow until we do. And when we get snow, we tend to get lots of it. What we get is like stupid cold. Oh, okay. I usually make that jump. We get stupid cold, but yeah, so this is my current base. Got gassed parking up there. Yeah, all sorts of fun stuff happening out here, but so yeah, all the fun and excitement happening here. So yeah. Anyway. Yep. So I like snow. I like being out when it's all the death traps. Yeah, admittedly I had to make a base that had great places for you to fall to your death, but still, it's a nice base. No, I grew up in Colorado, and we had a lot of snow, and I love being outside when it's snowing, as long as it's not ridiculously cold, because I love hearing the snowfall. It's so peaceful and I was gonna say chill. That kind of goes without saying, right? Christmas is coming soon. Absolutely. Speaking of Christmas, did you know you can get your music-free gaming merch now? And I think you can order now and get it back in time for Christmas. Yeah. I do have a hard time staying on the floor. That is true. I tend to fall off things. So I made a base where it's easy to fall off things. You know, it's made perfect sense. Anyway. All right, so let's head up. And we'll figure out where these shulker boxes are going to go. Okay. Oh, all right. What's our excuse? Sorry, my PlayStation had a bad breakup and I had to console it. Yep. That's That one's good. Okay. So, also, the excuses are submitted by people just like you. So if you have an excuse, I think I have a thread in the Discord server somewhere for excuse submissions. Okay, so let's see now. I was gonna do a thing. Oh, frog lights. Okay, so we're gonna get some frog lights, and we're gonna get. Okay, those two are empty. Perfect. Honestly, I need more shulker boxes. So, do I have chests? Yeah, humor definitely runs in the family. Yeah. My children inherited my sense of humor. And I don't know if I should be excited or scared or probably both. But yeah, it's really fun when my kids are home because they bring a lot of laughter with them. All right, where did I leave the chests? Oh, they're in the shulker box in my inventory. I've said it many times. The best place to hide anything from me is in my own inventory. All right, hang on. We'll grab a few shells. Okay. Yeah, it is good for your health. I like laughter. Was it Rob Paulson who regularly says, laughter is the best medicine and the best things you can't OD and the refills are free. Yeah, something to be said for that. All right, let's go ahead and set this guy down. Grab a few chests. Okay, consensually, of course. All right, that's 2, 3, 4, 5. That'll. Okay. That's fine. What am I missing? Okay. You got a great staff meeting today. You're all in tears laughing? Nice. Those are great meetings. Okay. I am, speaking of meetings, I am missing, oh, I had other shells. Cool. Where did I put my die? One of these, one of those, one of those. Oh, probably this one that I set down over here. Cool. All right. Okay, so we'll just dye up a bunch of shulker boxes. Did I just dye? Okay, they're all empty. Whew. Okay, cool. The reason I wanted to go with the lime is they're going to look really good, I think, next to the verdant frog lights. Right, so we'll have something like this. Okay. Yeah, see, that's going to look really cool. Now, obviously I'm going to flip these over so we get the swirlies like on that side, but okay, but that's going to be the idea. All right, so I need a good backdrop for this stuff. And we're going to need to potentially put in a witch and all sorts of stuff. So let's see. I mean, I could just put this here for now. Can't believe it's December already. Yeah, tell me about it. It's like, come on, man. Okay, so if we do this, we'll need a little bit of something back here. All right, let me, jeez, clean out my inventory. Hi, where's my junk box? Close enough. All right. Yeah, yeah, Thanksgiving was late this year. You thought it was still the end of October? Yeah, it definitely was. It came out of nowhere, I'll tell you. All right, let's go ahead. We'll just cut some holes in the ceiling so that so I know where I'm going to be placing these shulker boxes. Okay, like so. Awesome. Yeah, it's one of those things because I work at a university, so we're driven by the academic calendar. You know, so hey, when are the students on campus and things like that, right? And it's great, but you tend to think of, oh, when is spring break and when are, those types. Okay, hang on, just real quick. That looks really cool. Just the green and the spruce. I think I'm gonna have to use that somewhere. Okay, anyway, back to the shells. Back to the shells. Going there. Okay. Time goes, boy. And time goes by faster the older you are, I've discovered. I am old enough. Shells. Okay. I'm definitely old enough that crafting table that it's like I can't believe how quickly the year has gone by. Okay. All right, lime. Makes you sad. Yeah. Well, and it's weird sometimes. Like, I was thinking about it the other day, and so I'm rapidly approaching 50. Okay, which is I used to think was old, and now that I'm rapidly approaching 50, it's like I don't feel old. So 50 can't be old because I don't feel it. And but I also think, it's like, hey, that also means that my oldest children are starting to approach 30. And that's just weird. Because I can't be old enough to have kids that old, Okay. Yeah, this is really cool. So, all right, so now let's go ahead and start rigging up. Yeah, rigging up where the dealy bob's gonna be. Oh, okay, brewing stand. Awesome. I'm making you feel old. Yeah, it's like, that's true. We live longer. Yeah, it's like when they set up Social Security back in the 30s, it was part of the New Deal and all that stuff. Right? They said, okay, people will go on Social Security at 65. Life expectancy was like 68. It wasn't like they were thinking people were going to be on it for very long. And yeah, it was just kind of crazy when you start thinking about it like that. Okay, so what I want to do is do I want to put this in the middle? I don't think I want to put the brewing stand like right there. I think I want to lift it up. Yeah, I actually should come in and do one more thing here. Yeah, so we're just gonna get this sort of dealy bob here. Okay, stream joke. What did the mountain climber name his son? Cliff. Yeah, sorry, that one kind of fell flat. Okay. Okay, just because the joke's not good doesn't mean. I'm sorry. I'm in a weird mood too. I don't know. Maybe it's just the fact that you know, I got sleep and stuff. It had potential. Yeah. It didn't quite hit those lofty heights, but all right. Okay, so we'll pop this out now. Honestly, of course, if I brought this down from, where is that? Over here? Okay, like that. Is that right? Yeah, some weird, a B plus for effort. Okay, that's fair. All right, so we're looking at block 104. Yeah, that's that one. Okay, so if I had this come down, this will give me the same structure as this guy over here. Okay. All right. Yeah, so we'll need a backdrop over here somewhere. We'll do some stuff like that. Find a place where if we wanted to put a witch, we can put it here. The brewing stand could be changed from the ceiling. Yes. So what I'm thinking is, here, let me just grab my redstone box for just a moment because I need a hopper. I'm actually surprised I have a hopper. Okay. So what I want to do is I want to set up something that's kind of like this. Go in there. Okay. But this way, you know, you could put in all of your potion ingredients, just one of each. They'd all filter down, brew up your potion, and you're done. But. Yeah, if we treat this... Oh, I said I know I have chains. If we treat this like a... Oh, in my inventory. Oh, yeah, see them start to oxidize? This is good. With the witch on the hopper like a toilet. All right, I'm down. All right, where did... You know, I left all this stuff somewhere. There it is. Okay. Yeah, see, I kind of like... Though I think... Maybe it's too weird. I was kind of wondering if I actually wanted the oxidized one kind of in the middle. But... We'll just go with that. And we'll just see how this one goes. I'm not going to encourage it. We'll just let it do its thing. Bind your hands. Well, speaking of being chained to a ceiling. Okay, so if I have this here. See, that's 2 blocks up. So having the witch there would... If I were to raise this brewing stand up, would not work. I mean, yeah, because then the witch would just be in the ceiling, and I don't want that. Okay, but you can't just right-click on that. You know, it's just crazy. But yeah, if I were to do this. No. No, but if we were to come in and do the sort of... That actually is really cool. It's really cool, but it's not enough. So what I think I want to do, and this means I'm going to have to go back and get up another, grab another blaze rod. But what if we were to slide this over and do 2 of them? Okay. Maybe at different heights, maybe at the same height. I don't know, but we'll have to play with it. But if I were to get a second brewing stand, hang that here. Obviously, we still need a backdrop. I don't know what it will be, but something. I don't know what cries out potion. The other thing we're going to need here is a sink. We're going to need a place where you can fill water bottles. So we'll have to think about that. But all right, back to the Badlands we go. Yeah, that was one of those I thought was a really clever use of music. The movie Sleepless in Seattle, which it's one of my favorites because I like action movies and also rom-coms. I'm one of those types of guys. Sleepless in Seattle had a great scene where Tom Hanks' character has decided after his wife has died of cancer. That happens during the opening credits. And the movie is him coping with that and his son and also finding love again. Okay. I love Sleepless in Seattle. But he decides that, okay, he's ready to start dating again. And there's him, he's fighting to pick up the phone and call this woman. And that's the song that's playing in the background is the old Western singing cowboy, back in the saddle again. It was a fun choice. I chuckled at it. Do I have inventory space? I do. Why am I coming back to my base? Oh yeah, blaze rods. I could have stopped at the blaze farm. That would have been a heck of a lot closer. But we're here now. All right. Yes, because thinking is not a thing I do while I'm on stream, or pretty much any other time, if I'm going to be totally honest with you. All right, so that's just so cool. All right, let's grab our blaze rods. I believe I have some over here. Okay, good enough. Sure, we'll take a stack. We're not going to build a stack of... actually, let's grab some more. I'm not going to do a stack of brewing stands, but having some for blaze powder to put in the brewing stands is actually going to be kind of helpful. Brewing stands are less than useful if you don't have... if they don't have blaze powder in them. All right. Yeah, I have sort of eclectic taste in things. Actually, I know what I'm going to be doing my next podcast on. I'm going to be doing another really late movie review. And the movie I'm going to be doing, let me grab it here, is... Sorry. It's this one. It's here, I can go to the webcam. This movie, A Damsel in Distress. And it stars Fred Astaire, George Burns, Gracie Allen, and Joan Fontaine. And it's a fun little movie. No, not Care Bears. Though, maybe I should one of these days. But, no, it's a fun one. And I don't think I'd ever seen Burns and Allen together. I'd seen George Burns and stuff after he was really old. Like, there was a movie, it was like, Oh God, or Oh God, You Devil, something like that, where George Burns plays both God and Satan. And it's funny. Because George Burns is a comedian first and foremost. But all right. Actually, let's try hanging this from a different thing here. But Okay. Yeah, that is actually kind of cool. However, there's no particular reason why, but I'm going to reverse them. I want this one, oops, this one up higher. I don't know why, but we're going to flip these around. But George Burns and Gracie Allen, they used to do a sketch where basically their setup for most of their comedy was that Gracie was a ditz, totally clueless about life, and George Burns played the straight man and the setup man for a lot of their jokes, and they were hilarious. I went and eventually dug up some of the what was it, the Burns and Allen show, I think it was. They had a TV show for a while. Yeah, it was really cool. But I think this was the first time I'd actually seen the pair in action, and oh, it was so funny. And this one I don't think even quite gives them the space to operate, but yeah, it's fun. Okay, so great. So now this is going to give us some space. So what I can do, let's get some, I would go good back. Let's grab some of the brick, okay? I don't know that this is going to work, but let's go ahead and slap some brick down here. Now, what I could do, do I still have the slabs? I do. Right, we could run some slabs back here like so. This sort of matches what's happening with the bookshelves. And honestly, the brick and the... Actually, I do want that there. The brick and the green actually go fairly well together. That's the brewing stand. So we'll just live with that. I think I need to drop a torch back here. That would be really convenient if we just had a witch spawn there, but just to be on the safe side. Now, the reason I'm doing that is we could tuck the witch right here. And what we would need to do is fill that in first of all. Yeah, if we were to tuck the witch there, I don't. Hang on, I'm almost positive I have some iron bars somewhere. Somewhere beyond the sea, somewhere waiting for me. I cannot sing on key. There we go. There's some bars. I might need more than that, but we'll see how that goes. Pork chop power. All right. You know, so I was a musician. I played flute in high school, or well, actually most of my school years, and then into college. That's how I met my wife. But man, I have zero pitch. Okay. Do I want to do bars? I mean, I could do... Right, I could do that. But actually, you know what might be even better than the bars? What if we were to use glass instead? Okay, do I have glass? I might. I think I have some glass. Heck. We might mix and match here. But yeah, if we were to drop a witch right in here, That could be all sorts of cool. Because you're right, Snoopers. That would add just a little bit of whimsy. I have zero pitch. Yep, there's a quote. 100% accurate, though. And yeah, it's... Okay. Do I have glass? Yeah, I said, I think I mentioned it earlier in the stream. My wife was a performance major. Okay. Yeah, she was... Oh, I thought I saw his head drop. Maybe it didn't. Okay. I was just playing in band because I thought it was fun. Which, you know, it was. Okay, where did that go? It was the light gray glass. I've lost it forever. At least I hear it. That is true. That's true. I know I had some glass panes around here somewhere. I thought I had some glass panes. Okay, unfortunately, light gray glass panes are stupid in the regular UI. Because I'm not using the Vanilla Tweaks dark UI, which is very cool. Okay, I thought I put it... Not there. Well, fine. That's fine. That's fine. I'm sure it's around here somewhere. But I also had a somewhat musical family. Like my mom loved to sing, and was a talented amateur. My dad was not a huge, was not a great musician, but he played harmonica. Usually just by whatever, you know, he found like a songbook of harmonica tunes. Ah, this is better. I like that. Okay. That'll work. Yeah, because we could... Parkour! Okay. Yeah, we could drop a witch right there, name tag her, and it'd be all sorts of fun. Yeah, so there's that. And of course, said my wife was the thing. My wife's grandmother was a professional opera singer. You know, it's I have a grandfather on my dad's mother's side who was a composer. He wrote music for like Broadway show tunes. I don't know if they were on Broadway, but back in the 20s or something, he wrote music for those types of things. It was apparently considered to be pretty okay. So yeah. All right, I almost want to find something that would go around this, but maybe I'll just stick to the brick. I don't know. It just feels like I need... See, here I've got the ring around the boxes here. Okay, this is bothering me just a little bit. It's bothering me a lot of bit. Excuse me a minute. This is going to have to change because the top of those is just stupid. And the fact that it's different bugs the heck out of me. So we're going to swap them around so at least they're split and it makes sense. Sorry. Anyway. Yeah. Lots of music in my family. I mean, this works. Actually, this makes this lime green almost look like a darker, or at least more vibrant green, which is really cool. Yeah, these are going to have to move. I don't know what's in them, but they're going to be somewhere else. All right, so help me out here, y'all. What would be a good block to replace this brick? I mean, is there something that would go around this and make sense? I mean, I could just get some oak planks and just run those around. I could also just get some more bookshelves and run the bookshelves around here too. I mean, I could do barrels, maybe. Something, I don't know. Let's see. While I'm totally losing my mind, let's see. I've got some spruce planks. That's not where that goes. I had a box here that had some stone in it. There we go. It goes there. All right. What I want to do is let's come up like that. And then what I want to do is I think I want to try to put a sink here. All right, so let's do that. How do I want to? I think I may have to break into the ceiling here to break out the roof here to do it, but that's fine. We can do that. And what I can do is I can just run like that. And then I need water. Oh, it took me a minute. I'm still getting used to having moved my Go XLR to the other side, and my mute button's over there. All right, so, oh, look, there's one water bucket. Well, that's less helpful than it could have been. All right. Great. Do I have... Let's look. Do I have water buckets anywhere else? Probably not. Okay, we're going to do this the really funky way. Nope, we're not, because I don't have any ice. I have packed ice, which is not the same. Okay. So much for plan B. Right. Water. Where is water? Honestly, the easiest water to get at might actually be in the ancient city. I mean, there's probably something closer around somewhere. But if we just duck through the nether, it'll be about the same. All right. We'll just hop over here. Okay. It's not that far away, and I know I've got a water source over here somewhere. All right. Right. We're just going to get some water. Let's go over here. Yep. We'll just duck into this happy little place right here. Grab ourselves some happy little water. And while I'm heading back, remember to like, subscribe, whatever your channel of choice likes to do. Because apparently I'm supposed to remind you of that type of thing from time to time. I don't know. I'm a bad YouTuber, so we'll... Okay. All right, back here we go. All right, so this will, where am I going? This way. Hi. I'm also, have zero sense of direction, so, got that going for me. All right, so we'll just drop this water bucket in, and I think I might have had a tripwire hook in my redstone shulker, so we'll take a look at that in a minute. Okay, so now we've got... No! No! I put the water in the one that already had the water in it. See, this is why I can't have nice things. See that horse up there? He's mocking me. He's mocking my water placement skills. He's up there. It's like, I could place water better than that. And the horse is probably right. All right, let's go get some more water. Jeez. I can even sometimes hit the right buttons. At least now it's daytime and maybe there's a river nearby or something. All right. Fine. Okay. Yeah, there's an ocean right here. What's happening over here? It's, oh, it's lava. Okay, cool. For a minute there, it looked like there was like pink or something. All right. Cool. Let's see if we can do this again the right way. Yeah, I've got this whole ocean out here. That's great. All right. So there's a warm chicken. You, sir, are the wrong kind of chicken. I am looking for emo chicken. And you are not it. I can always hope. Someday I will find emo chickens. I've got hot weather chickens. I've got regular chickens. I want cold chickens. All right. Nope, that's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. All right, so let's put this in the right place. That's that one. Okay? Awesome. All right. Now I need to step outside and fix the roof. These guys are like constantly rediscovering their jobs. It's kind of weird. All right. So, here we go. All right. Nice. And back in we go. All right, so we do that sort of thing. Now, let's double check. I really should keep 2 water buckets in this chest, and I just haven't. Yes, tripwire hooks, perfect. Okay. So we tripwire hook here. Let's see. I think I have enough iron around here somewhere to make a cauldron. It's not quite enough. Okay. Cauldron. Cauldron. Wonderful. Okay. Oh, actually, I do need that bucket back. All right. Because I'm going to need some water. All right. So the cauldron's going to go there. The idea is we actually have an infinite water source here. So we can do infinite water sourcey things, which is great. And let's get a... Should we set up a little bit of a counter? What would be good? I think. Do I think? I'm thinking. Therefore, it might possibly be. No. Maybe. Or not. I don't know. Hang on. Let's get a shelf. See, one of the things you could do is if we put those shelves there, that can go there. And let's get some stone buttons. That's like gray wool. It's like stone, but a little softer. Okay, we're gonna make up some stone buttons. And I need to do some magic here somewhere where I have inventory space. Sure. And let's put a button right there and right there. And now we have kitchen cabinets. I could even potentially slap, do I still have, oh look, light gray stained glass. No, I probably, oh yes, levers. Awesome. Right, I could potentially. All right, help me out, chat. Which looks better? As a cabinet, okay? The shelves with the stripes down or without? Because I can do either. I think either are fine, but what do you think? I have some... Cause actually, I like them both. I think there's some real benefit to either of them, okay? I just don't know... See, this is why I need you around, because I can't make decisions, okay? Decisions are hard. Well, there's a sound I should get on my soundboard. Let's see. From Spaceballs. I can't make decisions. I'm a president. You decide to without the trapdoor lines in the middle. Okay. All right, I can go with that. All right, so then the next thing I need to do is we need to put some countertops here. I've got, it's basically going to be carpet. The question is, what color should we do? Like I said, I've got a bunch downstairs. I've got yellow on me. We could do, honestly, probably green. Okay. If I do, yeah, let's try the lime green wool, right? Because I've got yellow carpet. I mean, let's see what that looks like, but I don't think this is where I want to go with it. Right? It works, but I think given the color theming I've got going on over here, where we've got yellow for the enchanter and green for the potions, I think it makes more sense to do this with the green. And this is really expensive to do it this way. But we're going to go ahead and just dye the wool. It is ridiculously expensive to do it that way. Okay, let's go ahead and place the... Okay. Yeah, that is a better look. Okay. I am running out of junk boxes. This is fine. Everything is fine. We'll just... At least I don't have shulkers all over the place. That would be really embarrassing. Okay. Yeah, see, that's good. I like this. Got our green countertops. We've got the... Okay, the trapdoor here just to hide the cauldron. I mean, I could try something else here, but I can't really get redstone if I want to remove the lines. Right? I mean, what I could do is I could put another lined one in the middle, like I've done elsewhere. Like, I mean, let's try that. I don't know that I'm going to go with it, but let's go ahead and give it a try. Okay, spruce. All right. All right, let's go ahead. Got to strip it first. All right, crafting. We have somewhere here shelves. Great. Right, so what I could do is take that out, put a shelf in there. And that's actually, that's not bad. It's not bad at all. I was thinking it was actually going to end up being worse than it was, but actually ends up looking pretty cool. Do I still have a copper lantern? Okay, so if I were to hang a copper lantern, say, from... Do I just want it in the middle? Honestly, I think this would be better off to the side. I usually don't like to be all asymmetrical like that. But if I were to put that there, it almost feels like I should hang a little bit of something here, but I don't know, maybe it would be better over the sink. I mean, I could pair them up like that too, because we need more accidental faces in our builds. Okay, that's just how it goes. Honestly, if I could hang one here from that, I might, but ooh, actually this might be an interesting idea. Let's go take those out for a sec. What if I were to put that there and drop the lantern like that? No, I don't think so. I think we'll go back here. Let's go ahead and go back to hanging it. We'll just hang it in the middle. I'm probably overthinking this a little bit, or a lot, honestly. Okay, I think also what I want to do is let's go ahead and run this brick. Right, see, I've got this right here, and I've got it on the same side over those sections. What if I were to run this brick all the way across the top here? Okay. So it goes across the whole space. I think that might work. Okay. And here we go. All right. So yeah, let's go ahead and run this across here. All right. So there are a few things that are missing in this area now, okay? Some of them are easier to deal with than others. But one of the things I think I'm missing is storage. Now, obviously, these stone slabs are not going to do that, but I kind of wanted to fill this in, and I didn't want it to be more brick. Also, I'm still up for suggestions for replacing these bricks that are going around this green section, okay? It can be anything, it could be nothing, it could stay brick, it could be something else, but I think the brick actually should change, and I don't know what it should change to. Okay. Like I said, it could go back and become more bookshelves. I would be okay with that. I just don't know if that's really the direction I want to take it. So yeah, if there are suggestions, again, I will take all of them. Okay, let's go ahead and throw some blaze powder into those brewing stands. Okay. But yeah, some storage here would probably be good. And I don't know quite how I want to do it. I mean, I could take like barrels, for example, and run barrels all the way across there. It's kind of dark over there. That's interesting. Honestly, this area is starting to look kind of interesting. Sort of, I don't know, just sort of. There's a lot to it, and some of that is fun and exciting. Okay, we're still spawn proof up here. Okay. Because we've got plenty of light. I mean, it's dim. But I think that's okay. All right, so let's talk about storage. And I think what I want to do is let's craft up some barrels. Okay, this needs to go in the box here. I'm going to let these oxidize, some of these oxidize one stage. Or maybe not. Actually, I think I waxed them all, so I would be waiting a long time. This actually should probably be waxed as well. Though, maybe I'll let that one drop a stage. We'll let that one oxidize the stage. I think that'll be good. All right. How are we doing here? Doing okay? One full of joy, pie, and or happiness. It's like the same thing, really. Happiness and pie. Yeah, we had a weird twist of fate here where at Thanksgiving, we had more pies than people. We ended up with 5 pies, which is not a bad number of pies. Don't get me wrong. It was just a lot for 3 people. We made a couple of cheesecakes. Well, we were going to just make an apple pie and a pumpkin pie, okay? Which was great. But my daughter was coming home from school, and she was really excited about the possibility of a cheesecake. So, okay, so we made cheesecake. Now, our cheesecake recipe makes 2 cheesecakes. So, that's what we did. So, hey, 4 pies. Woohoo! And then one of my coworkers, as a thank you for helping her out with something at work, brought me a caramel apple crisp pie, which was also delicious. Yeah, it was a lot of pie. Again, good pie. Happy, but still. All right, so let's move these shulker boxes out of the way. I think we'll shift them over here just to get them out of my way. Okay, those are things. All right. Because I think what I want to do, because yeah, obviously I need storage. Now this is, actually this would be, right, I could cover this up. Sorry, it's dark over there, I know. Adding a couple of extra lanterns would be helpful. Yeah, see this one aged here a little bit. Yeah, see, we get exposed, weathered, oxidized. I'm just going to freeze that one at that first stage. Okay, I think that's going to be good. This one's here with the water. I don't know if water helps copper oxidize any faster or not, but it seems like it could. So, you know, that's fine. Now, what to do? I'm going to do something really boring, okay? Which shouldn't be overly surprising. I do a lot of things that are really boring. But we're going to start with just that, okay? Hang on, is that dark back there? A little bit. What is that? Oh, that's just underneath the stairs. That's fine. It can be, there's a block there. It's fine. Okay. So what I could do, right, is I could just run this. Okay, just put some barrels all the way across. It's not, as I said, it's kind of boring. Okay, it's not to say that's necessarily a bad thing. Okay, but it is what it is. Oh, police situation, but you're safe. Well, I'm glad you're safe. That's the most important thing. I hope everyone else involved is safe as well. But yeah, take care of yourself. Okay. Now this has to be open because this is... Oops, that's wrong. Let's get... I guess we're going to get some more slabs. Oh. It's like I had slabs. Or blocks or things. Right. Okay, cool. So this'll bring us down here, which is great. Okay. And now we have some storage. All right. And okay, I'm just going to go ahead and fill that out. Now, so I'm not totally sold on that as being the end-all be-all of what's happening here. But it does help, okay? We can bring lapis in here. We can bring in any number of other things. Where did I put those bookshelves? They are. Okay, now, oops. Do I have... Okay, that'll work. It'll be too slow. Hang on. Of course, by the time I get everything out of the box here, it'll probably be... probably could have broken those, but let's get my... my shiny axe here. I need some actual books. Okay. Alright, that goes back in there. Let's see. Silk touch one. There we go. Alright. Yeah, I just want to throw a couple of books on some of these shelves just to fill out the color a little bit, if nothing else. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. So we've got some empty ones, we've got some full ones. This is good. All right. Yeah, still. All right, you know what? Of course, I just broke a bunch of those, but let's... would this make sense? I mean, if I were to come in here, oops, with those, do I still have the chiseled bits? Do not. Okay, that's fine. We can craft them. We have crafting technology. We do the chiseled bookshelves. Okay. And we'll have to go buy some more regular bookshelves, but does it just make sense if I just bring this around here to, okay. Wow. Boy, somebody gets a ban over on Kick. Aren't they cool? All right. Every once in a while, I see someone who wants to speed run a ban. All right. I'm going to need more bookshelves, which I do not have, but does this kind of make sense, though? I mean, they're bookshelves, which are not necessarily bad with brewing stuff, but I mean, it's okay. I mean, it looks fine. It does look fine. It looks better than just having the bricks here. All right, so let's go buy some more bookshelves. Okay, I believe I left my... Actually, I think I left my emeralds just sitting out there. Woohoo! Oh, maybe I didn't. Okay, cool. I need to get a more permanent ender chest down here, but... Boy, I need to stop shopping at the expensive bookstores and go back to the discount bookstores that I have back in the Badlands. Okay. Also, I might need to rig up something for those piglins. Chair, you came back. Awesome. Welcome back. Okay. Oops, and we're stuck. I also need to get some beds in a few places and things like that. We just don't have them, but... And I am going to sneeze. Okay. Sneezing is done, I hope. All right. Cool, so bookshelf goes there. I think these are actually darker on this side than they are on the top, which is fine. Okay, we'll just slap a couple of books in just to fill out these shelves a little bit. All right. Still leave some spaces just because it looks cool. Okay. All right. So we are doing okay. What else do we need to do here? I mean, I don't want to brick up the whole floor. So I do need a little bit of something here just so this was a little bit more even. So I guess the next question is, what else, if anything, should go in here? And I honestly don't know if I really need anything else here. Where is my box that had all of the chests in it? There we go. Is it? Do we have a thunderstorm? That would have been really convenient had I actually had a villager ready to get struck by lightning. All right. Yeah, so we've got that. It's just, hang on, I need to move some of this stuff out of the way. It's a little bit distracting is trying to figure out what I want to do with this. Okay, so move that out of the way. All right, so this is the walkway up. So we are going to have this gap. That's fine. Is there anything else I want to do in here? Right? I mean, I could you know, try to craft up a bed or something, or yeah, those I just left brick rather than put in bookshelves. Which is fine, I guess. I don't know. I don't know if there is anything else that I actually need to have happen here. So, okay, I think those two shulker boxes are empty. Okay, that's fine. Let's go ahead and just stick them in there. Yeah, I think this will kind of work, I guess. Let me clean up my mess here. See if I've got... Okay, that'll go in there. I think I've got enough inventory space to pick up all of these. Okay. Yeah, I think so. All right, so now... That's actually not terrible. Got our, I said this would be great if I can get a witch in. That's going to be a pain in the neck to do, but we can get that sorted out. I said it's basically, so we'll just drop a villager in there, strike it with lightning, and then, you know, name tag it so the witch doesn't despawn. And then we could put the roof back on and everything will be great. And then we'll just have a witch there cackling at us as we do the things. Okay, it'll be great. So over here, we've got a lot of empty space, but then we've got storage and stuff. Here's our enchanting nook. I like having the these books suspended from the cables or from these chains. I think that's really cool. We do have our happy frog going on here, so that's a win, I guess. All right. All right. Not a bad little attic space. Yeah, and most importantly, it is still spawn proof, right? Yeah, light levels are good. I mean, they're obviously going to be good right here around the boxes and stuff. But yeah, I think we're going to be fine. And yeah, we're fine going down the stairs too. All right. Yes, a little dim, but nothing too crazy. It's actually supposed to be kind of fun if you're looking in from the outside. It's definitely a thing. All right. Yeah, I might take this floor design, right, with the shulkers and the frog lights. Oh, thank you, chair. I might take that. See, down on this level I wanted to set up is sort of a restaurant. Right? We've got our happy butchers here where we can buy all of our cooked meats. But if I were to take that same design with the shulkers and stuff, I could set up like a stage right here. You know, filling in this gap between these two sets of stone like this. It would help light up the corner for one thing. But, you know, if you had a place where they've got, you know, maybe a stand-up comes in, or you know, it's open mic night, or, you know, whatever. Having a little stage over here would be kind of cool. Okay. Yeah, but this whole area is going to need some decoration. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I do kind of like that idea, borrowing from this design here, where we've with our enchanter and our brewing area. Yeah. Now, what I don't have up here, which I don't have any lapis, which you need for the enchanting system. Okay. Huh. I was just wondering if I maybe wanted to move those books out, but I think we're okay. Oh, now I'm curious. Because if I had these bookshelves, if they're out like one more block this way, they'll still power the enchanter. And it puts a little space there, puts a little gap between this and that. It's a possibility. On the other hand, this also kind of lines up here. I mean, these are more in the middle, right? They're not spread as wide as these are, but I think that's okay. All right. Yeah, I think we're good. I may still come back and play with this some, but I think for today, I think we've got a nice setup going here. All right. I'm just going to take a quick look. Is there a witch? If there happened to be a witch out here, we would absolutely start figuring out how we can get a witch to chase us. And you know, not die at the same time. Okay. But yeah, I think we're okay. I don't think there's anything overly crazy here. Sorry, I'm just free camming around looking for a witch. I know they're fairly rare to spawn, but it's worth just doing a quick little free cam around and take a look. All right. All right, well, this is good. This is good, and it's getting late. I should be stopping, but Whew. No, I think we're in good shape here. I don't think we have anything here we need to really be overly concerned about, but I can live with this. All right, nice. Well, let's go ahead and call it here. We'll work on some other stuff on Thursday, but I do want to thank all of you for hanging out with me today. It's been a lot of fun. I want to give a shout out to my supporters. You'll see them as they start scrolling by here in a minute. But they are awesome and amazing. And if you want to help support the stream, the best thing you could do is actually watch and like and subscribe and all that fun stuff. But the next best thing you could do is become a member at musicfreegaming.com. You get a lot of cool perks. It's awesome. And again, thank you all for being here. That makes streaming a lot more fun. And until next time, be excellent to each other. And this is Music Free Gaming signing off.